Hi there, my name is John Stevens, pastor of Zion Lutheran Church in Oregon City, Oregon, and we are part of the ELCA, and welcome to Dollar Store Children's Sermons, where we take a look at the lectionary text and we tie them to an item from the Dollar Tree or the junk drawer or the kids' room or the garage. You know how we've been doing it. Thank you so much for your partnership in this ministry. Thank you for the love that you're sharing with your congregation and your kids and the families. And thank you for spending a little bit of your week with me in this way. You are rocking it. Thank you so much. This is for the narrative lectionary, and we're looking at the dividing of the North and the South kingdoms. And yeah, so children's sermon-wise, I'm looking at the fact that these kingdoms divide, and God loves both of them. That God loves us all, and the things that we do, and in the end we see God's love. And the things that people do in which they're trying to figure out how God loves them, or if God loves them, or all of that. And then in the end, God loves us. And that's really weird and great and amazing and weird and great and amazing and weird. So this is also Reformation Sunday for many of us. So I'm doing the same springboard for Reformation Sunday as Luther is looking for a God that is a God of love, or looking at how can he be loved and we be loved. And I talk a little bit more of that in the Revised Common Lectionary Reformation Sunday video, but just know it's the same, because looking at, so there's two springboards you could use. One, I've done this a couple of times, and I can't remember. I'm sure I've done it for the narrative lectionary. It's the twine, where there is a piece of twine that you've got two pieces of twine, and it looks like you have two pieces of twine, and you make it whole again. I do. I wasn't going to show you this, but since I'm talking about it, and if you haven't seen it, you'll want to see it. So I just happen to have in my desk drawer, I just happen to have twine. Imagine that. So we've got the twine here, and as just quickly preparing it here. So you've got two pieces of twine, like that, two pieces of twine, and the idea that that there's the North and South Kingdom, but the thing is that God loves all of us the same, and ultimately in the end there will be just one, and that's not a reference to Highlander, but that's a reference to God's love and God's restoration to the world. And so here, if you haven't seen it, you've got a piece of twine. You can pick this up at Kroger's, Fred Meyer's. It's like barbecue twine, where if you're tying a piece of meat or something like that. I found it at the Dollar Tree when they had it, but there's 5 or 6 single threads that make one thing of twine, and you grab 2 or 3 of them and you pull them out like that. And then while holding one of them, you twist the other in the same direction that it's going, and this side you twist the other side, and as you're holding it like this, it looks like you actually have 2 pieces of twine. Put that in your hand like this, and you stretch that out and it becomes one. So there's that. So that's one springboard. The second springboard that I'm doing is where you have a piece of paper, and there was someone who was looking to see about how God could love them. It was searching all over, not only how God could love them, but they were searching for God. And in here, in the division of the North and the South, we got people acting really badly, all in the name of God. And I know I've done that before, and I don't know if you've done that, but yeah. But so they go to search. They're searching to see if they can find God. They go across the sea. This is the sailboat. Because they're sailing across the sea, but they don't find God there. They don't find God. They find other people, and they see the people, and they're like, oh, I don't know if do you remind me of God? No. So they get off the sea. They go into this house. There's a house on the beach. They go up the stairs. Nope. You look different than me. You're not God. And they're trying to find God, and they don't find God there. So they decide, we're going to fly somewhere else. We're going to, not only on the sea, we're going to fly into, we're going to fly to different continent. We're going to fly to a different country. We're going to fly in the air. So they're flying. And there's a lot of people. It's transcontinental flight. And it takes forever. There's a lot of people on the plane. People they don't think they like. People look different than them. Hey, when you sit over there, I want to sit over here. It takes a long time. So long that they actually start to get to know their neighbors. And they realize they're not that different. Hey, maybe I like them. I don't know. They get to the other end. They're like, oh, I don't know. They get off the plane because there's too many emotions going on. They get off the plane. They decide, oh, you know what? I'm going to check up into space. Take up space. And they got the space rocket. Whoa, look at all that. Whoa, there's the Earth. Hey, I don't see anything that divides us down there. What? You mean God loves all of us? That's, what? Oh, man. We all belong to God? I don't know. This is weird. And they come down. Well, I don't think I found God there. But they're still looking for how God can love them, how God can, you draw this line and there's division and all this, and believing that God loves people on both sides. What? And that, now this is the point where we tie it into our story, our Christian story, and it's not tying the division of North and South into our story, but tying it all into our story, because as we're hearing these stories, we remember that ultimately God shows us God's love, and by the power of the cross, and claims us and holds us as God's children. The division between God and us, the division between us and other humans, has been taken care of by the cross. That God loves us and God redeems us and God holds us. So that is, you can do with it what you will with the story and all that, but that's the paper folding. Let me show you quickly how it's done. Paper. The first paper folds down like this, and that is going to be your, I'm going to fold it like this and then show it to you. That's going to be your sailboat, like that. That's your sailboat, like that. Then the next one comes down this way. So and that becomes your house. Folds down like that, becomes your house. Then your next thing is your plane. And the only thing you want to make sure on this one is that as you fold it, you don't fold it like this, because that's how sometimes we've done planes before, when you fold it like that. You want to fold it to where your wing is down like this. So that's your plane. Plane like that. Then you will rip off the wings to make your spaceship. And I start from the top, the 2 layers, rather than the 4 layers, because it's easier to rip, and you get, it's just, to start with 4 layers, it's just a little bit harder. And I'm a weakling. And so you rip it down like that, and then you've got your rocket. And then when you finish your story, you open it up, you have a cross. So there we are. I hope this can be a springboard for your own thinking, either the twine or the paper tear. Thank you so much again for being here, for being who you are, for the love you're sharing with your congregation, your kids, and your families. You are rocking it. Thank you for spending a little bit of your week with me in this way. All right? Peace.